Alright now, A.J. Wildman again, and we're going to wrap up the what I call the big issues group, which is 6 proposals. And this one is actually proposal number, under proposal 10 in the book, Second Coming of Common Sense, CS2. And its title is Zero Tolerance for Free Will Crime. Okay? Meaning, we're going to crack down on the more violent crimes with a vengeance. Okay? And again, I have had hundreds and thousands of conversations with people about all these proposals, save the cost of living, those are more recent years, about this very topic. How do we get rid of violent crimes, violent criminals? I mean, I personally don't like the idea of locking somebody up for decades, all right, for a violent crime they've committed. All right, I mean, we're talking, we'll get the specifics of that in a minute. And there's two parts of this. One is the concept of modifying the legal system, the justice system, to include a title that I call, or a condition that I call obvious guilt, okay, in the case of certain premeditated heinous crimes. So basically, the crimes that I lay this out to folks in these one-on-one conversations I have, we're talking about premeditated murder and premeditated rape. And women go, all right. And then, after I talk to them for a while, people say, well, you need to add pedophiles to that list. All right? And they go, fine, I've been waiting for somebody to say that, because I already had it in the book. All right, I already had it written down. I've added to that, in more recent times, people that remain after a certain date, more or less. This is all after a certain date, because you have to have a public notification of such things, of people that are in the sex slave business. Odd topic? Well, that's true. Talked about that a little bit ago in the legitimizing prostitution a little bit. Now, and the deal is this. After a certain date, people are going to know that if they commit an act of premeditated murder, premeditated rape, not date rape, because that's sometimes fraudulent, I'm sorry, it is, pedophile crimes, they hurt children, okay, we have no sympathy for those idiots, all right? That's the scum of the earth, and also people in sex slave business. These are premeditated acts, or in the case of a sex slave operator, that's their business. Well, their business is going to get shut down along with them. What we will do is we will tie the new legal code statute of obvious guilt to these crimes. And if in any of those cases, premeditated murder, I mean, the premeditated murder includes, the guy walked into a convenience store with a gun in his pocket. He didn't really mean to kill anybody when he walked in there. He just wanted to rob the place, right? But when he left, there might have been one or two people laying dead on the floor, or severely hurt, injured from gunshot, right? Or a knife, I don't care what it is, okay? And so that's murder, period, right? And we're going to quit allowing it. One reason we have so much crime in this country is because we allow there to be so much crime in this country. And we haven't yet dealt with the causes of those crimes, which we're dealing with those causes in some of these other things that I've proposed. Okay? So it was like it all kind of works together, and things should and will get better if we do these things. Guaranteed. Okay? But if someone is obviously guilty of a crime, and please tell me that in the case of murder, well over 50% of the time, there is no question who it is, and it can be proven. So that's what we're going to do. So in a standard court of law, right, these people will be tried. And if the evidence is absolute, and I do mean absolute, and people say, well, innocent people get killed. Well, a lot of non-innocent people are getting killed, and me and a lot of other people are just fed up with it. In any war, there's innocent casualties. Okay, and most innocent casualties are the ones that are getting murdered, raped, and their children that are getting molested. Right? We have to have rules. Right? So, again, if the evidence against the perpetrator is absolute, and then those specific crimes, maybe 5 crimes, right? They're absolutely guilty. They will be found guilty in a standard court of law, right? And we can have evidentiary review to make sure that everything is really good. If it is, the person will be found guilty. The jury and the judge will not have anything to do with the judgment, right? What the result of the trial is, because it's going to be predetermined. Okay? If they're found guilty, they will get the death penalty, and the death penalty will be applied to them 90 days after their conviction. One word about these people who say, well, we don't have the right way, we don't know how to put them down humanely. That is a bunch of crap. Pardon me. If we can put down a gorilla, we can put down a Saint Bernard, right? We can put down a person, right? This is just people that don't believe in the death penalty, and a lot of people that are, more or less making their living off this broken system that we've got. Okay? I believe we help people to help themselves, and people that just are not fit to live with the rest of us, and they do terrible things like this, we will get rid of. You can call that whatever you want to call that. And again, I'm a Christian, but there are rules in society. There is a civil code that we must have it adhered to. So again, 90 days after their conviction, they're done. And when it comes to the death penalty, folks, if nothing else, we can put a perpetrator into a deep, deep, deep sleep. And then there's various other ways that they can be killed and put to an end. That's hardcore, but this is a hardcore problem we're dealing with, right? And people that have been investing in prison industries all these years, yes, you can buy stock in prison industries. You have for years. That's when it all started going downhill. You might want to start selling your stock, because this business is going to go down. All the negative expense that we have in budgets at state, local, and federal levels for crime is going to become available to be moved over to positive programs, right? It's a win-win, right? Bad guys out, good people win. And I think I've given you a decent overview of that, and hopefully we'll be hearing about that sometime real soon. All right? Take care, and we'll see you in maybe the next video. Take care.